Hey guys, I'm going to pick up where we left off in the last video. Um, I have a map of Montana with the federal lands identified on it, and the different colors represent these different agencies that you can see over here on the left in the table of contents. If I don't like something about that symbology or the colors and so forth, I'm going to right click on the layer name, come down to properties, left click, and all kinds of stuff I can work with here. Name of the file and so forth, but probably symbology is where you want to spend a lot of your time. And I can change these colors to any set of colors all kinds of colors. I'm not going to do it. I'm not searching for the perfect map at this point. Just want to illustrate some of those things. Once you think you've got something you kind of like, though, now it's time to go to Layout View. Come down here and click on this. And it's going to place your map inside a frame. Now mine is in portrait view. I said it there a moment ago. If it comes up in landscape view, if it comes up in portrait view, you can go to page and print setup under file, and you can move that back and forth. But landscape's what I want since Montana runs left to right. I've also already stuck in my title. I did that by insert title, and when I clicked on it, you can see it gave me another one there. I'm going to cut that one. Okay. It'll give you a box, and you simply type in the title name. I've also already inserted a neat line, and this is right here, and you give it, I just went with the default border it gave me and so forth, but I'm not going to insert a second neat line. I'm just going to cancel. Okay, so I've got this. Other essential elements that we want to add, we've got a title, we've got a neat line. We're going to need a north arrow, so let's just click on that. I'm going to pick a simple one. I like a nice simple north arrow. And you can resize it. You can make it whatever you want. You can drag it and move it around. I'm going to stick it up there for right now. So I've got a north arrow. We also need to insert a scale bar or a scale text. I like scale bar. And I like something fairly simple. I'm going to go with this one, and I'm going to insert it. It says scale to fit page. I'm going to move that down here somewhere for now. It's so small I can hardly read it. I don't want 340 miles. That just seems odd. I'm going to move that a little bit and change the scale to a little bit of trial and error here. 200 miles. Okay, and you can. When you highlight that, you can move that wherever you want. So I've got that down there for now. One of the more important things we're going to need, of course, is a legend. So we're going to insert a legend. Legend takes you to a menu. First thing it is, these are the items that are going to be in my legend. I don't think I really need to label Montana. It should be fairly obvious from the title and everything. I'm going to take that out by clicking on that remove button. Then I'm going to go next. I've only got one layer that they're going to generate a legend for. Click on next. I don't typically put a title in there in the legend. It's fairly obviously what it is. I'm going to move next. I'm not going to with a border or frame. You can do all these things if you want, but I'm just going to skip it for now. So it's generated a legend. Let's put it on here. I'm going to move my legend down here to the left corner. I'm going to get this thing up here a little bit out of the way. Make my legend just a little bit bigger. A couple of things I don't like about my legend. It says MontFed and Admin. So I'm going to click on this box, and I'm going to go to Properties. This is just the properties for this box. And I'm going to see if I can't figure out what to do here. So here's general. I have no title for my legend. I'm only doing layers that are in the table of contents, so forth. This looks pretty good. I don't need to show the title. I want to take that off. We'll see if that helps. So we'll say, okay, items. We looked at it before, and it shows this, but I'm going to click on this. I'm going to left click twice. Now, see, it says show layer name. I don't need to show the layer name. I don't need to show the heading. The labels will be important because that's what's in the legend. I'm going to go OK. Layout. One thing I like to do when they start getting kind of tall is, I guess that's not on here. Let's go to frame. Again, borders and so forth, size and position. Let's go with OK here. See what we get. Okay, so I dropped off those labels. I don't really need it. I think it's pretty obvious what this is referring to. I want to check this again. Be careful when you click because you have to see what you've got highlighted because that's what you're going to get. Okay, so this is what I want is I want my legend. And I'm going to go to General. And I'm under Items. I'm going to make this 2 columns because I think it'll look a little nicer. I'm going to do that. And that gives me, what I've done now is I've got my basic elements on here with the exception of my map credits. So I'm going to insert a text box. Those things are hard to find the way they do this. And so it's right there. I'm going to try to move it here if I can. I'm just trying to click on it. The other thing you do is type something in there. Hello everyone. So what I want to do though is highlight that box. There it is. Now I can drag it down here. I'm going to drag it down here. And again, I got to get that highlighted. Let's see if I've got the box. Text. Yeah, this is it. Okay. So I'm going to put my map credits in here. So map author is me. I did this tonight, which is September 8th, 2019. The projection on this, remember we set everything to Montana State Plane, and it was NAD 83. Whoops, something happened there. Montana State Plane, NAD 83. Source for the Montana map was Tiger Line for the U.S. Census Bureau. I'm not sure I'm citing these correctly, but I'm just trying to do this as an example. And another source. This is for the federal lands. Well, the source for the federal lands was the national map. If you want to make that a little bit more clear, you could say source Montana state boundary. I don't know that that's necessary. You could say source for federal lands. Okay, you can add more in there. You could add the date of the map that was created by those guys and things like that. But I think this is good enough now. I'm going to put this here, and you can see it creates this kind of. It's nice though. It's not, in my mind, the most important information, so it's down here. This thing right here, I'm going to put right above it. I think this looks okay over here. You might even want that a little bit bigger. And then the last thing you can do is, if you want to move, right now, notice I've got the cursor. I'm on the select elements thing. If I take this and move it, if I highlight this and move it, I'm moving the whole frame of the map. I don't want to do that. Okay, I want that to stay still. All right, if I just want to move my map, then I need my little hand. Now I can move the map and the frame stays still, and also all the elements I've added. So I'm going to center this best I can, and I'm going to make it larger, and I'm going to do that by just going up here and typing in a new ratio. So this is 1 to 6.8 million. I'm going to change this to 5,500,000. Got my map bigger. I think I can go a little bit bigger. I kind of think the point of the map is to show the map. So I'm going to make this 5 million and see what happens. A little bit bigger, but I think I can go a little bit bigger still. I'm going to go 4,500,000. Now I can still, if I want to, make that a little bigger. It's getting close. I'm going to go with 4,250,000. I'm going to go with 4 million. It's a little trial and error. I think that looks pretty good. We might sneak it in there a little bit more. Whoops, I clicked on something and it jumped around on me. But there we go. Okay, I'm going to go back up to this element here. I'm going to click on this and kind of bring it down here. Maybe try to line it up with this a little bit. But I think that's looking pretty good. If I want to, I can change the font on my federal lands in Montana. Let's see, let's go to properties. It's Arial 16. Let's see if it'll let me change it this way. No, it won't let me change it that way. Let's go to size and position. If I really need to do it, I can go to change symbol and I can change everything. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I kind of like that. It's a pretty simple title. This thing here, one thing you might want to do, properties on your legend, if you've got room, is you go to layout. You see what I'm doing here is some trial and error, and that's what you're going to be doing. So, items. Pause you here for just a Okay, I was looking here. Actually, what I need to do is come over here and go to properties for my MontFed layer. And you'll see here there's a place for labels. So if I really want to, I can come in here and instead of that, I can put forest service. And you'll see when I do that, it automatically changes the label in my I'm going to call that a decent map at this point. It's not the world's best map. It's a little bit matter of taste. Maybe I want to change the background to some light color or something like that. I wanted this to be 200 miles. Let's see if I can get it back to 200 miles. 150. You'll notice things change with you, change on you as you move things around and stuff. So I think that looks pretty good. I've got my map credits. I've got my scale indicator. I've got my north arrow. I've got a title that I might in real life dress up a little bit if I wanted to. I've got a legend that works. I've made my map, I think, large enough to where we can see it. I might be able to sneak it just a little bit bigger, 3,750,000. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. The thing with the symbology and making this thing look pretty is it's a little bit of trial and error. But we'll work on that some more next week. Your goal right now is to get something close to this for your first week. Thanks. See ya. Bye-bye.